I don't think ice is the ice. The one. Yeah, no. I'm just gonna say no. Nope.
You don't think ice is good?
No.
Okay.
I think it's.
Yeah,
I think
we
it's
agree.
okay to a certain extent.
No,
No,
babe.
wait, no. Listen,
No.
listen. Hear me out.
No.
Yeah,
He used
listen.
ice to.
A while ago, ICE was actually really good. They would do their research. They would go find them and they would deport them back to their country.
Now
They under Trump administration, they are using like force to like hurt people and put them. And normally they stereotype. They don't actually do their research. ICE back then used to do their research. So now it's horrible. Back then,
Well, a
it was
president
good.
doesn't change the way a system is built, especially Donald Trump. So it doesn't make any sense for them to used to be good and all of a sudden they get in office, now all the ICE agents are bad. Doesn't make any sense.
It's because Trump administration doesn't like immigrants.
Well, I just think that
Yeah,
ice.
but that has nothing to do with other people exhibiting terrible behaviors.
I just think ice, like as a program, isn't the way to go about things. Like they could make obtaining residency and citizenship easier, and that would like reduce a lot of the issues and a lot of why they have ice.
It's because he's trying to stop people from coming to the U.S. For example, like everybody that was already in the process of like, no, you don't have to mute. For example, everybody that was already in the process of getting their papers, they're now canceling all processes because he doesn't want more people to come to the U.S.
Well, the process is just slow. Like I just don't.
Yeah, it takes
like,
a couple years.
I don't agree with.
They say it takes like 6 months. No, it
no,
takes
it
like
not.
a couple years.
It takes a couple years.
Sorry, we were sidetracked. But
Yeah.
in my opinion, stays ICE was good back then, but abortion is good too. It, like honestly, just let people do what they want. Come on.
Yeah. Well, I agree.
Wait, I like the way you said that. Yeah. Like I like that. It sounded cute.
Okay.
Sorry, I made you uncomfortable. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
But well, I appreciate the three-head young lady speaking about facts.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. Okay. Hello. Hi.
I'm just gonna throw out my opinions, and I didn't hear anything you said before, so I'm like going in blind.
Okay.
I'm pro-life, and then I'm for border security, but not necessarily like what we have going on right now. I think it needs to be revised just a little bit.
Well, the ICE that I'm talking about is the ones that are the immigration and custom enforcement type of ICE, because there's all different kinds of ICE, but this is the main one I'm talking about, not border patrol.
Well, the people who cross the border and they send them back, that's technically all ICE, you know?
Yeah, but there's different branches of ICE. So the one that's
umbrella term people use, like when
yeah, well, so
control, it's like
I know I'm not talking about those ones. I'm talking about the immigration custom enforcement ICE, the main ICE that people usually talk about.
Right. So I'm not against the concept of it. I just don't like how inefficient that they are and how many mistakes that they've made, and I think that we should fix that pretty easily.
So you like the goal, but you don't like the process to get to that goal.
No, it's not the process. It's the administration, I would say.
So you do like the way? You do like the way they're handling it?
I like how they normally function it, like back before this current administration, like during the O years. I can't say any of these names. I'm gonna get VC banned.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
He wasn't necessarily in charge. I think it was the vice president of the time. We can't say his name either. Who can we talk about? Anyway.
Yeah, but I'm not really talking.
Security is perfect, and I think that sending people who are back is okay.
Okay, so you're a perfect example of someone who doesn't make any sense. And that makes, please explain. So, you know, pro-life, that means you care about the fetus, you care about it living, you care about it may have a successful life. But you don't care about people who are fleeing from countries who won't have a successful life and probably won't make it past 5 years if staying in that country. So I'm very confused. So what life are you really pro about?
Liberal by what you just said. So am I.
Absolutely.
I'm just on a different spectrum than you.
Okay.
I kind of find what you say counterproductive because you just spouted a bunch of things without making a single point. You just talked about how you're against mine. You didn't say
No,
why.
I didn't.
You don't have
So
any
what I
other
said in
better
particular,
solutions.
if it didn't relate to you, I mean, let me ask. So, do you care about the fetus life?
Of course. And it's not
Do
a
you
fetus.
care?
I call it a baby, even though technically, the term is fetus, but
All right, so I'm
what
gonna
I
use the
do before
technical
that, I care
term.
about it.
This is
Because
more,
it's not just a fetus.
and that's more of a Democrat type of approach, which you just said. But the technical term, it would be a fetus. So you care about the fetus life, correct?
I care about both lives.
Yeah, but it's pro-life. So that would mean you care about
the life of the mother and the life of the baby.
Okay, so that would be a yes. So the reason why you care is because you think it can live a fulfilling life, right?
No, I care because I find value in human life and I don't want to end it before it should be ended. I think that people made a choice to create that life, and destroying it just because you don't want to face a consequence, I think is pretty selfish.
So
Not
would
just
you
selfish, it's murder and illegal. It should be
what if
more illegal than it is.
Okay, we'll get into that later. So, what if the child has like a disability that wouldn't even make them pass like 3 years old, or they have a specific?
I don't believe in eugenics. So if it's disabled, obviously, you're not gonna.
Yeah, but those have cases too.
Because they have a disability. That's wrong. That's
Because they already are living. They're already outside of the womb, so that wouldn't happen.
No, it's not even inside of the womb.
Yeah, but But like generally, you don't look the disability person who's already functioning outside of the womb the same as a fetus that might have a disability. You don't look at the two the same, do you?
I would hope you do. What's wrong with
You do? We're not talking about the disabled part. We're saying that you view a fetus that might have a disability, or actually we'll say it does have a disability. You compare the fetus the same as a disabled person who's already out of the womb.
No, you're the one comparing that. I didn't even bring disability.
No, I'm saying, do you view them as the same?
Equal to the mother and the child.
No, that's not the question, though. The question that I'm asking you for the third time is, do you view the disabled person that's already outside the womb the same as a disabled fetus? You view them the same.
Why do they have to be disabled? Yeah, I think that a baby that's inside and outside have equal value of life.
So equal value. Okay. So, long story short, back to the ICE thing, because that's the topic. I don't feel like what you're saying is really compatible either, because you value life. You feel like life is valuable to a certain extent if they cross a border. Then it's by any means necessary.
Whoa. I'm completely for immigration. I think refugee programs, the Dreamer program was amazing. I'm not for the cartel coming in, taking people. I'm not for unauthorized people coming into a country and then benefiting off of that country not having any protection against itself and being exploited.
But it doesn't matter how they did it.
Use cheap labor and bring over illegal people just so they don't have to pay a living wage to those people.
So that's not
everybody in the world if you have this kind of border security, because when someone's illegal and they're not being paid properly.
I know how it all works. You don't have to explain it to me, okay? If I'm talking about ICE,
I'm explaining my opinion. It's called listening. I gave you your turn to talk.
I know, but
how it doesn't relate to abortion at all.
No, you're talking. You specifically said how you care. You said specifically that you care about human value. You gonna cut me off? For one word, really?
My bad.
So you specifically said that you care about human value. So it really doesn't matter to a certain extent if how the fetus got there because you just care about the value that it has. But then I compare it side by side from the people who are leaving these terrible countries to begin with. Why does it matter on if they live or not when you just said you care about the human value, period? It doesn't matter how it got there. So why is that different when it comes to
other countries? I don't understand why you're assuming that just because I want to protect people from being trafficked means that I don't care about them. I feel like I'm very much caring for both people, like people who live near borders, refugee programs, like those are the focus that we need. We don't need what you're focusing on. Right now you're focusing on the negative. Like we could turn this conversation on like how we can benefit.
No, but I just don't understand what you're
instead of talking like negatively about like having any control. We can change how things are done if you just listen to each other. Do you understand? Like you're not hearing what I'm saying. You're just saying, "Oh, it relates to abortion. ICE is bad too." Like nothing you said has made any sense or correlates to each other. Like at all. I'm pro all life. I love all life. I'm against.
Okay, but that's not the point, though. That's not the point. Okay, okay, we can go on and on, but I just can't sit there and claim that I value human life, no matter the circumstance, no matter if they come out disability, no matter how they got there, no matter what the parents said. I just care about the human life. But when it comes to people who are literally fleeing their countries because they might die, they won't possibly make it past 5 years, you care specifically how they got in here and not about their life and them trying to live better to have a higher chance. No, but that's what you're saying, though.
I believe in refugee programs, dreamers. Like I literally
I could say the same thing about how the fetus was created.
This assumption, and that's why I threw that in there so you could hear and listen to me, but it still hasn't clicked for you yet. I believe in human rights, all humans, ones that are unborn, ones that are like in the Middle East that are oppressed. I believe that people should be cared for. It doesn't mean that our country needs to destabilize and lose all of our resources to not take care of our own people. Do you understand? I don't want I can't say these words, these organizations that aren't so fond of America to come in here and destroy the country because you don't want border security because you think it's going to hurt like 2 people, okay? I want the protection of everyone in our nation and the people outside of it. And the only way to do that is with laws and following them. And you can change the laws if you don't like it.
Okay, but that's not the point, okay? I'm not saying what the people are doing.
That's the entire point.
No, that's not the point I'm trying to make to you. That's what I should have said.
You're trying to make is
stop interrupting. I just let you talk for a million hours, and then as soon as I make up my point is, oh, let me cut you off. I just said to me. So that's not my point. You're not going to explain my point to me.
I would love to hear.
All right, so stop talking. Stop talking. So what I'm trying to analyze from your perspective, okay, because I'm trying to do that, is you claim you value human life, right? No matter how the life got there, no matter if it might not even live a fulfilling, healthy life, maybe because the mother is not able to sustain it money-wise, or maybe the child has some type of sickness. You don't care about none of that. You still would rather the child to be on this planet, even though they might not live a fulfilling life, okay? Because you value it just being a human being. But when I compare the same thing that you're so desperately focused on with ICE, you don't care about the life. You care about how these people got here. You don't care where they come from. You just care if it was done the right way. So I don't understand how you can say that you care about human life all the way to an extent of when that human life is doing good in your eyes or bad. Because I view the fetus as bad. That's why I'd rather it not be here. And I don't even value human life.
I disagree with what you're saying. I completely understand your point. Your point is that it's not fair that I'm not letting people break laws to harm other people just to help themselves. That's what you're upset about. I think that it's important to have borders to protect the people inside those borders. And when somebody breaks those laws, everyone can break those laws, bad people. So when you have an efficient border patrol that keeps that from happening, that keeps the cartel and other traffickers from coming into your country, I think it prevents a lot of dangerous things and it protects everybody.
So you claim that the only people who are coming into America are the ones that is the
I've
cartel.
never
You just said, oh, the ones who break the laws, the one that's trying to hurt
Let
people.
me repeat what I said in a different way.
No,
If
I
you
want it
let
to be in the
one
same
person-
way
Okay, if you
to
let
see if I got
one
it right.
person- If you let one person break the law, anyone can break that law. That means that if you let this refugee couple come in without any programs benefiting them or giving them the right or protection to save them, you're also letting in the cartel in, because that is the same
Yeah,
loophole that
okay.
you're keeping them in. So if there's no laws, there's no way to determine the difference between these people. There's no way to have on paper if these people are
So you care about
normal
if it hurts
or
people
hurtful.
too.
Yes, I do not want people to be murdered by the cartel, which has happened to many people in my family, okay? I do not want people to go through what I have been through. So I want
If you don't want people, if you don't want people to get, by the cartel, and those are the same people, the main people are fleeing from these countries because the government is terrible, might be from the cartels, definitely from Mexico. That's the reason why people are fleeing with a whole flock of family. If they're fleeing with their whole flock of family, why would they come in here for those kind of reasons? That's what is happening.
People are fleeing. Very little people, Mexicans especially, just to point out like one culture that is here more than others.
So you look at the majority.
They go back to their country. Statistically, 70% of Mexicans who come to America go back home. 70%. Okay? Yeah? You understand? They don't want to be here either. Okay?
Who is what? I don't get what you're saying.
They want to fix their own country.
That's okay. So you see things.
They are capable of fixing their own country as well.
Okay, but you see the people only coming in here to break laws and to harm other people. I see the people who are coming in.
Midnight.
Can I replay it? Can I replay it?
You said exact opposite of what I'm telling you. What I'm telling you.
I know I'm
saying
it.
If one person breaks the law, everybody can. Do you understand that?
Okay, but specifically the ones that you.
That ideal is.
Okay, but specifically what you were saying was from the border, and you said that these people are coming in, breaking the laws and harming people. That's the only people you see.
I didn't say that's what their intentions are. I said
I didn't mention nothing about no intent. That's what you said.
Open for people with bad intentions to come in as well. Of course, I think that we should focus on refugees.
So you care about bad intentions? See, this doesn't make any sense.
You're not. You keep missing it on purpose. This has to be on purpose, though. Okay, imagine a circle, right? If one bad person
do you think people? I know what laws are. I know that laws are breaking. People are breaking the laws doing with the border situation with ICE. I'm not denying that those laws are not being broken. I'm not denying that taxes are coming up because of those people. But what I'm simply not 100% sure is that these people that are coming in, that's their purpose and that's what they're trying to do.
See, I understand what you're saying. You're saying some people's intentions aren't to be hurtful, but even those people that come in not intending to hurt anybody, they are paving the path for people who are. They are creating that hole.
And what do you think you're doing? Being pro-life.
What's wrong with that? It's great.
You're paving a way for people to get trapped with babies that they can't take care of. You're paving the way. I'm not just talking about that. That can be in many different situations.
I also fund research constantly. I'm constantly pointing into research for
that's great. But you're also paying a way of people living unhappy lives.
On abortion. I'm finding alternative routes that you don't need to.
Yeah, but you're not a scientist.
I fund them, don't I? So I'm doing a lot more.
You fund them.
Who is ignorant on Roblox, trying to spread ideals that don't work out in real life.
Right. Have you ever been to any of these countries that you're so scared of people coming in?
I've been to 40 countries. How many?
I didn't say how many countries you've been to. I said, have you been to countries that you're so afraid that's going to come in America and just ruin everything and pave the way for people to break crime?
That Americans are allowed to go to. Does that help you?
No, it doesn't. Have you been to those countries, okay? Have first-hand experience of what these people are actually fleeing from. Have you ever been?
I'm Honduran. Did you not hear my whole thing about the cartel? I'm very aware of this.
There's many different cartels, okay? So that's even more bizarre. How you know that you know, Latin countries
How does that
have.
relate to abortion at all? These are
No, we're
two
not.
very
I'm not
diverse,
just.
different subjects. How can you?
I'm
even
talking
relate
about
it to
ICE right now. Okay, I'm
what
just making a
racist you
point.
are?
I have nothing to do with that. I don't have family that come from there.
Okay, then if you have nothing to do with it,
But
why
I
talk
care
about
about the lives that are actually here on this planet, and not a simple pill can just let them get erased. That's what I'm doing. It takes a lot to just kill somebody than just popping a pill in your mouth. That's the people I'm focusing on today. The people who are outside in the womb walking, who don't
She
depend
does
on their
that,
mother's
Mika.
placenta. That's the people I'm caring about. I'm caring about the people who are fleeing, and I'm only looking towards those people who are fleeing from these negative countries. The government don't care about these people, and the cartel has took over the government. Those are people I'm caring about.
The government is made of people like you and me. Do you understand
That's not the point, though. I'm telling you what I care about. Okay?
Okay, well, what you should care
And
about
I don't
is
just look at
money
these
funding
people
these
coming from these places as negative people who just want to break the American law and the American dream.
If you
I don't look
want
at
to
them
help
like that.
these people, you should put money in refugee programs. And
Girl,
start
you don't
talking
know
about
what I've
pro
done.
math.
Let's not say that. I've never
I
talked
really
about
don't
what
do
you
math,
haven't
sitting
done.
on Roblox, having completely ignorant discussions, not having a single word.
And
that
guess
makes
what?
sense.
I don't have no family that come from those places, and I'm doing more than you. You're putting more effort funding
You're sitting here on Roblox
children
and you don't
that
even
is
know
not
the
even here
actual
yet.
facts. You haven't said one
You-
statistic this entire time.
And what have you done?
I've said like
You rather fund lives that are not even here on this planet yet than lives that are here trying to live a better life for their 14 kids. Really? And you want to sit there and go head to head? Really? You rather fund lives that are not even born, pay attention to those lives than the ones that are born and here and walking and breathing and running.
Hello?
I bet you've never been to Honduras a day in your life.
Yeah, I never have.
I'm not
But-
talking to you.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm up here now, so.
Yeah, no, I guess I have to talk to you now. So, why do you think AB is bad, but you think ICE is good?
Never made the claim for either of those things, which is exactly what you did to the last girl, is you just assumed that she was making these
Well,
claims.
why else would you
That's one
join?
thing, so.
Why else would you
Because
join?
I wanted to sit here and help you because you weren't giving a valid argument to anything that she was saying.
Well, me and you don't have the same argument, so how can you help me on an argument that you don't even agree with?
Bro, I am pro-choice, and I don't believe ICE is good.
Okay, but we don't have the same views upon the thing. Now, do we? Obviously, if you're
Okay,
disagreeing.
So what's your use? What is your use?
Used to what? What is you talking about?
That is what you said. That is what you said. Tell me
Said
your claim.
about what?
Why you believe what? Tell me why you believe what you believe.
So, I don't think I don't think AB is bad. I think it's good, and I think ICE is bad. So I just flip it around. And because I don't value human life, especially ones that are not even here yet. So I don't hold. So I don't hold this encrypting value upon something that's not even here. So I've been to those countries before, and I've seen how the government and what the people are actually fleeing from, and what ICE claim that these people are just coming in just to be crooks and just to break the law. I don't see those people as that because they're not that. Okay, that's not what they're doing, and that's not what they're implying to do. And these ICE agents are just being very aggressive to people who are trying to live a sustainable life in a place that don't support that. And I don't see what's the harm in that.
Okay, so in your opinion, because I guess you don't value human life for some reason, what would you say brings value to a human in your
I don't value
eyes?
human life to an extent the way a lot of people do.
So how do you value them? Because obviously you value them in some sort of
In
way.
this instance,
No, not this instance. I'm saying in general. How do you value human life?
It depends on their
entirely?
action. It depends on how they
On
act.
their action? So
Yeah,
you're saying
on the
there's
action.
not one defining factor that gives a human.
I just told you, on their actions. You want me to list a million actions that I think is credible to value life? No, they'll take forever. What you think this is? That's like explaining
don't know,
all the English language in 3 minutes. No.
Yeah, it's just not a productive debate because you sit there and try to sit and just
Right. It's really
personally
not
attack
because
people.
you think that I can give you a whole list of something that you think that just can be easily
Nah,
explained in
see,
5 minutes. That's what you think. You little monkey. Watch me get banned for saying that. Oh. Hold on, let's see. I'll tell you what. If one of you guys apologize, I'll probably let you guys up here. But if you don't, then you can free to leave. I'll tell you what. Are you ready to just listen and stop insulting me?
Yeah.
Literally.
I didn't think I insulted you. I just
You said, oh, you didn't do nothing. You sit and waste your time on Roblox every day, and I've never told you what I've done for none of these things.
Hey, you were coming for me too, bro.
You just said you didn't say that, and then you want to say, oh, what? Come on,
I didn't
bro.
say anything mean.
That's mean. You don't know what I do. Yeah, after the fact. After the fact.
Okay. Anyway, I just want to say,
are you a Christian?
No, I'm not. I'm not religious.
Do you believe in God?
I'm not agnostic. I don't really care about any of it.
So why do you value human life? Because usually people who do that believe in God, and they say, oh, because it's God. Creation.
No, my values come from basic science. Like, in a textbook, when you read it, the first thing it says, I think you're in 6th grade when you learn this, life begins at conception. And so, if life begins, your very beginning, everyone started here. You know, as a little zygote that got fertilized. I believe life starts at conception. And I think that it's valuable until you die.
But you know how that can just be interpreted to many different life forms that people just kill.
So I 100% believe that humans have more moral value
to live for
than animals.
More to live for?
Animals. No, not more to live for. I think, who cares, whatever. But when it comes to animals and humans, I think it's divided a very clear line. And I don't know, scientifically, I just find humans more, well, maybe because I'm human?
Yeah.
I would 100% say that I value human life. All human life equally.
To a certain extent, right?
Nope. 100%.
So what if somebody was a murderer and they murder a bunch of women? Do you still value that life? You think they should?
Up for life.
Should they get the electric?
No, I'm against the death penalty. I do.
What do they have?
It.
What value do they have?
People. I think that could be a choice. That's okay being pro-choice. Someone wastes their life by ruining other people's. I think it's karma coming back at them. But an innocent life, that's the start of humanity, the start of your life. You were innocent. You didn't make any bad moral choices. You just existed.
Yeah.
And then you got murdered for existing. I think that's pretty freaked out.
Well, there's many reasons why people get that, so we can't all put it in one conclusive one. So
I do want to say, here's my hot take. I believe that both lives are so equal. Even though it's not living, talking, breathing, in your opinion, you'd think it's just a clump of cells, whatever.
No, that's not what I think.
Okay, well, I have so much value, same as the mother. I think they're both equal. And if the mother doesn't want the child, I think that 99% of the time she chose to create that child and should at least keep it before giving it up for adoption. Goodbye, Pika. It was fun.
Okay, so there's many instances where that child does threaten the mother's life.
But that is an outlier. I do want to hear you admit that that's only 1% of the cases, less than that.
That's not true.
Because it's an outlier, and I don't think that laws should be based off of outliers. And so
No,
I'm
but
okay with getting abortions in very specific cases. I'm not okay with it being that general rule of being okay.
no, I feel like it should be accommodating to whoever. That's why I was like, I'm not just gonna put it in one box. So obviously, I don't think that
completely
too.
against that. I'm not against
So
whoever
there,
wants it can get it. I don't agree with that. I think that there are people who choose to abort a child with no, like,
good enough
circumstances they just
reason.
want to. Well, most of the people who get abortions, when I say 97% of them just had an accidental pregnancy and they're already with somebody or a one-night stand, and they did it intentionally, just without, without the rubber. 97%.
I know the
And if it
percentages.
was illegal and you went to court to get an abortion, that is fine, because the judges ruled that it's okay to end that.
So you need other people's decisions besides the one that's actually gonna raise it.
Well, it's not other people's decision. A law is.
Well, you said it was a
because
judge.
everyone agrees together. So it's like a census, and that means that everyone mutually agrees on something to not do it. And
Well-
they believe that it's morally wrong. So
Well,
I think
just
that
because-
if one moral outweighs the other, like let's say it's a child, morally.
Can
that
you
child
let me
would have to
say
get
something before
higher.
you bring up another instance, please? So, there was a time, well, many times where there was kids who like given birth, like they killed their mother. Like this just been a recent thing where there's been a lot of successful pregnancies where it doesn't just really endanger the mother's life because the loss of blood and all that stuff. Like when we didn't have like the technology we had, there was a lot of mothers dying having kids. That was the normal. That's why they wanted to have teenage mothers, because the younger the better, instead of, because
Yeah,
there was a lot of people
when it comes to, like,
who
feminist
died
topics, I try
having
to stay
kids.
modern. Yeah, I try to stay modern in the argument because back then was like harsh.
No, I'm
I
just
don't
bringing
agree
up the
with
point. This kids can end their mother's lives, right?
Well, yeah, I
So
think
you
so.
said it was
When
an
it's
outlier,
life
but
or
this
death-
used to be the normal not even 50 years ago.
Well, it's not necessarily true because there's billions of us here, and I'm pretty sure a billion people survived while there's like only a
Well,
million
not
that
all
didn't
a
back in the
billion
day.
at once. There wasn't just all a billion at once. It had to be a progressive type of thing.
Yeah, but our society is growing, which means that we're producing more than we're not.
No,
So
we're actually
you have to
decreasing in
understand
numbers as we speak.
that we're increasing.
No, there's been a stop at birth rates, and that's what a child has to be in this world, being birthed. Somehow.
Stagnant birth rates, right now
Are
don't
dropping.
exist, actually. Birth
Oh,
rates do drop, but they come
okay.
back. Birth rates drop, but that doesn't mean that
But I'm
it's
not-
going into the negatives. It never has.
No one said the negative. I'm saying it's dropping, it's decreasing. That doesn't mean since it can be brought
That's
back
only
up,
in
it does.
some areas.
No, it is in America.
It's also not relevant to this conversation.
No, it is though, because you brung up 2 points, such as, oh, it's an outlier, but this outlier it's been existed up till 50 years ago, and then the other one has been very recent about the birth rates decreasing. So we haven't been growing
My
as a society.
statistics are relevant, and they're usually like 1 month ago where I get most of my stuff. I don't go to the 50s to look for information for a gotcha moment. I look for like today's.
Okay,
news.
so I also don't value human life to a certain extent because human beings are ruining everything as we speak. They ruin a bunch of things. So whether that child might participate in it or not, it will give them enough participation to ruin a lot of things. Like the environment, the Earth's health, and a lot of creatures have been going extinct and have been extinct thanks to human beings. So that's another reason why I don't value human life.
You don't value human life, like, at all?
Because of what I've just said.
Girl, that's messed up. I'm gonna go.
No, you don't
You're
know
a
how to say
psychopath.
anything? Okay. So, you care about human life so much, even if it destroys the world and other things. That's really weird. And that's why she didn't have nothing to say.
So you said you don't value human life, right? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, so give me your address so I can take everything that you own because your life is valueless. Everything you have,
Can
I
I do the
want.
same to you?
I mean, you can try.
Okay, I will. Can you give me your address? Maybe we can both give us the address for both our locations. Let's see who
So
eliminates
why don't
first.
I have a question for you. Why do you work? Why do you do anything? Why don't you just take everything?
From who? Oh, I can't wait to get you. What? Hey, she's so fine tonight. Hey, long as I got my suit and tie, I'ma give it all on the floor tonight. Let me show you a few things. Let me show you a few things. What? Show you a few things about love. Let me see. I'm pissed that it got mixed up, bro. I'm so fucking pissed, bro. I'm pissed. 돈은 di pa ben na icha. Then na ta do wen nei. The 진짜 근데 다 뭐가나 있지네. 하도 주네. 나 뭐가나 이나. 돈은 미치지 못네. 반드도 있네. 나는 치던 이보다 처음부터 치던 이보다 저보다 이던 이트나 shit 담아다 이지 fucking hell 도대 이제 Where is Illinois? Illinois and Kentucky. Where's Kentucky? It might arrive tomorrow. Shit. Please respond. Before they do anything else. I wonder what clothes you wear to school. Hello.
Hello. So, why is ice good?
I'm
You kind of got muted up there for a second. I can't hear you right now. Seems like you got minus 20 comma. That's unfortunate.
No, wait. It's not. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello. What are you doing?
So, what was your question?
What is AB and why is ice good?
Yeah. Oh, AB is, you know what a fetus is?
Oh yeah, I love those little guys.
That's when you take, something to get rid of it. AB.
Oh, you killed that little joker? Dang, man.
Yes. You murder
I love
it.
those little guys. What the Sigma?
Yeah. So, are you in America right now?
Yeah, I am. I live in Florida. In
So, do
Middlebrook,
you like
Florida.
ice?
Oh, I love those guys, yeah.
So, why is AB bad but ice is good? Can you explain to me?
Well, typically ice doesn't murder people. So I'd say that they're kind of different in that contrast.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, just because they don't typically murder people, you think they're good? Is that all?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I think the removal of illegal immigrants is good in America.
Nowhere else?
Well, I mean, you can remove them from other countries too. I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, the reason why I don't like ICE is not because, it's death on a frequent basis. It's because they usually, most likely, will always use the worst kind of violence to detain these people that they are now stereotyping. So there's not even a legitimate fact that these people are illegal. They just stereotype and then use the worst violent way possible. And that doesn't show a good cause at the end of the day. That shows that there's more motive than what you think.
Well, I don't actually know like the statistics on like how many people they arrest that don't end up getting convicted, but I'm sure it's got to be lower.
Yeah, that's not the point. If they just don't know if they are, and they have so much aggression towards these people. That's like me, as if I was a police officer, targeting people that I think, or trying to arrest people that I think stole from the store. I am just stereotyping. I have no, and I'm just the most violent police officer. When I am arresting these people, I don't know for sure. So it's giving like I have different motives in hand.
Okay, so you want to reform the justice system that ICE goes through.
I think they should, no, they know they should do a better way to approach the situation than act very violent. Because, you know, they put out these ads, like, if you're coming here illegally, just submit yourself and we'll get you out peacefully. They put that out, but then they get these people and then treat them very aggressively. It's not helping the situation. It's just going to make more people hide and be more scared than do the right thing, which is doing the legal thing.
Oh yeah, they should be nicer. Definitely be nicer. But I think like
Yeah.
the main goal of ICE is good. You know? I think the removal of them is fine. But like the way they do it might be bad. Yeah.
Okay. So why do you think AB isn't bad? I mean, do you think it is bad? Why?
Well, I think it's like killing a person. Almost. Yeah, it's pretty much the same, yeah. It's like killing a person.
Okay, so you think killing a person no matter what is bad?
Oh, well, not no matter what, but in the cases of like nearly 99% of ABs, yeah, it's pretty bad.
So, do you think these people just have literally no reason on why they're doing this?
No, I definitely think they have a reason. Like, I mean, I don't think they're going out getting pregnant and just, AB in it. But I think the reason is like, it doesn't, like if you weigh the reason and then you weigh the cost, I think the cost is a lot more than the reason,
Okay. And you're right. The cost of having one child is a lot. So if they don't have the cost to even fund that child, why would bring that child in the world? Unless you want to live an unhappy life.
Well, let's see. Like my father, he was very poor. He was like homeless since he was like 12, and like if I went up and like killed him, I think he'd be pretty mad about that, just because he was poor,
You mean what?
I don't think like this. I don't think the current situation of a person, or like with the situation they'll be born in, should change whether or not they get to live.
Yeah, but it's just like that child would have an unhappy life. So what would be the purpose to live if it's going to take them a long time to get to a certain point of even being sustainable if they don't come from that?
Well, like I said, I mean, you could probably talk to most poor people or people who like don't have money, and I guarantee you they like would tell you, please don't kill me, please don't kill me, like when you're about to kill them. So like I get what you're saying. You're saying they're gonna be unhappy as poor, but I think I'd rather be unhappy than dead.
Why? Why would you? I wouldn't.
Well,
but homeless.
I'm unhappy most of the time. I suffer from what's known as depression. But I'd definitely say if somebody tried to kill me, I'd ask them not to.
Yeah, but that's not the point. Like, I'm talking about if they are already here, not the homeless people that are here. So if they're not there yet, okay? And then
yeah, so
even if they, yeah, even if they will be there, they will live an unsuccessful life. It's not like they're already here, because it's much harder to kill somebody that's here than someone that's not.
Well, what if I told you that most poor people aren't suicidal?
You don't have to be suicidal.
Yeah, but the point is that the amount of like suffering that they'll endure would be like better if they didn't like endure that at all.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but can you explain why? Like, why do you think that?
Because in my eyes, if you're not living a happy life, what would be the point to live? If you didn't start out happy and it will take a long time to achieve that, and you don't even know if you will even achieve that, it's just like you care more about possibility than what it is, what's
Yeah,
it's
I
going to
think we base
be.
our whole life off possibility. I think the future is like really important to people.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, I know you think like the fetus in human that's not in their mom's uh abdomen is the same. I don't view them as the same thing. I view them as separate. So me, like I'm not going to outweigh the possibility rather than what it's going to be. Like if the baby comes and it's going to be poor, I would not take that risk of having it. Who would? I
Yeah,
don't
but
care
your
if there's a
assumption.
possibility where they're 52 and now they're a billionaire. It still don't break the fact that the starting point, which will build their character, it still won't be a sustainable basis. And having kids when you are not financially stable is wrong, wouldn't you say?
I mean, I would say actively trying to have children would be wrong, but I don't think that killing somebody because they're going to be poor is right. I mean, I don't know like a single poor person that I know who
Yeah.
actually like would say it would have been better never to have been born.
Well, okay, but that wasn't the question. I said, is it okay like to have kids, like the ones who
I
actually
answered it.
planned? No, you didn't. You said, "Oh, the
Yeah, I
poor.
said
If I was poor."
I said if I was poor, I would not actively go out of my way to have children. But if I had a girlfriend that got pregnant, I would definitely not tell her to kill it. Like that'd be crazy.
Okay, but that's not what I'm saying about what you would do. I'm saying, is it okay to actively have kids when you're financially unstable? Is that action right or wrong?
Okay, I already answered this. I said it is not okay to try to have children, but it is okay if you are in the situation where a child is already conceived, and then like a baby is going to come out of that situation. I do not think that because a baby will be born poor, that it would be okay to kill it.
Financially
That just doesn't make any
unstable.
sense. Okay, financially
Okay.
unstable.
Okay. So that's fine that you think that. 100%. So why do you value human life like this?
Well, I mean, I can tell you I believe in Jesus, but that's like I guess that's really it. It's the only actual philosophically grounded way I could put it. Yeah.
Okay. So you believe in God, so that's why you value human life.
Yeah.
And do you think there's a possibility if you didn't believe in God, would you still value human life?
No, probably not. No. Or I mean, I would value it, but much lower than I do now. Like extremely a lot lower than I do now.
So what about the people who don't have the same views as you, which would be Christian? Do you think they still should hold to the same type of value you are, even though y'all are not the same religiously?
Well, I think that they should, but how they get there would be nearly impossible. Because you can't actually philosophically reason from a secular standpoint to the point that I'm at. At least without me being able to knock the grounding out.
So you think they should follow your rules, even though, or your way of life, even though y'all don't believe in the same thing?
Well, you're asking me to follow your way of life, but I don't believe in the same thing as you.
I'm not asking you that.
Well, you're trying to say that it's okay, and I'm trying to tell you it's not, and your way of life is different from mine. And if I try to impose my way
Yeah,
of life
we can
on you,
argue about
you
it.
would say that's wrong.
I'm not saying you should live the way I live. But I'm
Yeah, but you're trying
asking.
to allow me to let that happen.
No, I'm not trying to let you do nothing. This is a debate.
No, I know
I'm
what it is.
Okay.
Let's just
I'm
get to like a
fine.
question here.
I already asked you a question, then you switched it upon
What was the
me.
question? No,
I
what was the
said,
question?
do you think it's okay, or do you think it's right for someone who don't have the same views as you religiously to follow what you believe in, like your way of life.
Do I think it's do I think it's white that
You think it should be okay? Knife is right. Do you think it should be okay if someone who don't share the same views as you religiously should follow your way of life?
yeah, sure.
Okay, why?
Well, because I think my ideology is right and yours is wrong.
Okay, but they don't see that your view is right. They see as, obviously they don't see it. That's why they don't agree with you. So it's not like they're trying to see your point of view. They will never see your point of view because y'all don't have it. So you think it's okay for them to still follow the path you follow, even though they will never be on the same path that you will be on?
Well, I understand what you're saying. I think it would be impossible for them to come to the same conclusion as me because they're not religious. But I still think that it would be good for them to follow it, or that I would want them to follow it, or that it's right for them to follow it.
That's not, I didn't ask if it was right. I asked if it's okay.
Okay, well, if it's right and it's okay, pretty much the same thing. I think
no,
it would be
it's
okay
not.
for them to follow it. Alright, okay. Anyways, I think it would be okay for them to follow my ideas. I want them to follow my ideas, just like you would want me to follow your ideas.
I don't care what people want. I just care about if it doesn't affect me in my walk of life, to be honest. Just being honest.
Alright. Okay,
so I don't care that you're Christian. Okay, how does it affect you? About somebody getting a pill?
Well, it's not just really about them getting a pill. It's about them, being that baby. And that makes me sad.
How is that affecting you?
It makes me sad to know a person's dying and that they'll never have the potential that they actually had. You're not fully,
that you don't even know about?
Exactly, that's my whole point. Just because I don't know about somebody's potential or what it could be, I think that it's not right to kill them. I don't know what your potential is, or what this guy in the chat's talking about, but I don't think it's okay to kill them.
Me either. No, but you don't even know what potential that you think is there. So I'm confused.
Yeah, but I know there's potential there, and therefore I think that they should be able to realize it. I think that everybody deserves the right to life, and I don't think it matters where you are or what state or natural cycle you're in.
Yeah, but that's not even true.
What do you mean that's not true?
Nobody is entitled to life because they have it. Or to live because they have that life.
Hang on, so you don't think that people recognize the right to life?
No, people don't feel like you are entitled just because you're living. Like you're entitled to live because you are living.
Okay.
That's just what. So that's why I meant that's not true. But again, you don't know if that person could be the worst person ever if they're born. So again, you're focusing more on the possibility of something good rather than the possibility of something bad over the cause. Like so do you see the scale in the back? You see the scale behind? You care more about possibility of that baby becoming a good person because do you think that baby should still live even though they might be, even if they will become a bad person? Like you still think?
I don't have absolute knowledge. Like, what are you talking about?
Okay, but if you knew that baby was gonna come out like evil, would you still think they should live?
How evil are we talking
here? Like just how you interpret evil to be.
So like the worst? Yeah, no, I don't think that guy should live. That'd be pretty bad.
Okay, so there's a possibility of both of those things happening. Okay?
Okay.
And you don't even know of this possibility even existing, but you still care more about the possibility than what's actually going on in that current instant.
Alright, so what's going on in that current instant? Can you tell me what's going on in that current instant?
Reasons on why that child cannot be born. There's multiple reasons I can give you. Like,
give me one really good reason, like your best reason.
Financially unstable.
Okay, so again, like I said earlier, because someone's gonna be poor does not mean they should be killed. That does not make any sense. Even if they're gonna be kind of sad about it, being poor, I don't think that they should kill them. I get poor sometimes, and I don't think you should kill me.
It's not about that, it's about they're not going to have a good life.
Okay, what's a good life to you? Can you explain that to me?
They won't have a good life, so I would be like, what's the point of living?
Okay, but what exactly? Okay, you're just saying what's a bad life. Is being poor a bad life? Do you think that poor people don't have like good times, fun times?
They can have good and fun times, but it's not. They're not financially stable. They're not stable. They might starve most of the time. That's not good.
You the right to life on someone being financially stable.
No. In this case, a fetus. Because again, I told you, I don't think a fetus in a human that's already outside of the mother's abdomen, I don't view them as the same. You keep on putting them the same. But in my worldview, they're not the same. So when it comes down to a fetus, I don't think they should live if their mother or father, or even the mother's not stable to take care of it.
Well, they don't have to take care of it. That's why we got the adoption system. That's amazing.
Then I can argue is that like a good fit? You think that's a good fit?
Yeah, I think living's a pretty good fit.
No, the adoption thing.
Yeah, I think that's better than killing somebody.
Okay.
Well, can you explain why it wouldn't be?
It's just you just wouldn't live a happy, fulfilling life.
So when you turn 18 years old and you leave the adoption system and you go on to work and have a
if you don't get adopted, that would be even worse. If you won't get adopted and then you're 18, now you're just kicked out of the adoption center.
You know, most adoption systems, especially American ones, they give you an education.
Oh, I said adoption center. Look at me. I mean, this guy, I don't know what to say to him. I don't know why people do that. Like, why would you view something that's not even here yet in the same field as something that's already here? That's like me comparing a wasp to an ant. One's greater than the other. You know? That's like me comparing Earth to the sun. Like,